First, you have to know your catcher. If you know them personally, it's a lot harder because they know you. And then number 2, if you're not early or late. So if you don't leave early, you're not getting there. That's how I see it. 3, you gotta slide right.
How do you slide right?
Depends. You gotta know your catcher.
Okay.
Like, if this catcher can throw it all the way without bouncing it, you gotta go on the outside. If they bounce it, you can go straight in. A step before I start sliding is when I, like, figure everything out.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm going, and, like, all I do, I watch if she, like, the batter made contact or not, then I go. I don't look again. And then I look for the shortstop's, like, feet, where they are. That's, like, how I know how to slide. Because if her feet are coming towards, like, where I'm supposed to slide, I gotta go hook slide, and it just all works like that.
As a little girl, I remember watching, like, the game, and, like, Sam Boo was pitching, and I still talk to her sometimes, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. I was like, I really wish that's me someday. I didn't think I would ever be in the lineup, to be honest. I was like, I have so many girls that are insane in front of me. Like, if I get a chance, then that'd be great. But if I don't, that'd also be great because I'm just there living the moment. Just seeing your community, like, come around you. Like, at the home games, it's like, oh, yeah, we can make it. But then it's like, I talk to my parents, and, like, my grandparents are like, oh, yeah, we already set a lot of stuff off to the side, and, like, we're going to make it. Trust. And, like, I talked to a lot of my teammates, families and everything, and, like, all that, and they were like, oh, yeah, we're coming. Like, and, like, all my friends, and I was like, I don't even know if you know how softball works. Like, yeah, we'll be there. I was like, ooh, okay.
It was a lot of fun. I honestly had more fun than I was nervous. Like, I've been in big games before, kind of, and I was surprised that I wasn't as nervous, but, I mean, it was fun for sure.
Was it more nerve-wracking going into, like, semi-state than it was?
Yeah, honestly. I feel like we were really confident in the state game because, like, we had made it so far, like, we're not just going to stop now. But I feel like semi-state, especially our first round versus North Posey, a lot of us were nervous because that's who beat us the year before in 12 innings, So
what was the first thing you did after winning state?
Honestly, we had a dance party on the bus. Like, we got into it on the bus, and we got ice cream, I think. And also after we went through, like, one of our towns that, like, is involved with our school, AMO, and there was, like, a bunch of people there, and we all got off the bus with our trophy, and we, like, jumped up and down. It was so fun.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
There were so many people there because we were having, like, a fish fry there, and there was, like, a watch party. It was great.
I loved every minute of it. Coming in freshman year, not knowing if I was going to play or not, seeing how good varsity play, like, lineup has been, especially since my sister and going to, like, the games for how many years. And especially, like, my grandma, she passed away a few years ago, like 2020. We used to always go to Roncalli softball games, Roncalli football games, everything. So I love Roncalli, love everything about it. So, like, coming towards the end has definitely been, like, bittersweet, but, like, I'm excited to, like, move on to the next chapter, obviously, but, like, cherish the time that I have with the team. It was definitely hard because you're like, I'm scared you're gonna, like, make fun of me or, like, bully me because, you know, it's my sister. And plus all her friends were there too, so, like, it was definitely, like, fun. And, like, I would say her friends are, like, literally my family. Like, I love them. That's, like, Kylie Freege, Tori Candler, love them. And they still come over to this day and still come over and chat. So, like, I just love them. But it's, like, playing with my sister has been, like, it was so fun. So fun. And plus, like, she was one that was, like, if I got down on myself, she was like, hey, get up. Like, what are you doing? Like, it was, like, one of those things. Like, it was, like, a hard love. And I feel like she put more expectation on me other than other one because obviously she's my sister.
The environment that we've created with Cathedral softball is, like, so special. I've never been a part of a team so special as it is. So I'm so excited to be back on the field with my best friends. Something special about going to Cathedral is we can incorporate, like, our prayer life into everything. And last year we started going to Bible study together, and that brought us together in a way that, like, no other school, like, can, like, replicate, I guess, in a way. So it's really special being able to share our faith and, like, our love for each other. So
what led you to make the decision for you guys to start going to, like, prayer group together?
So I'm really close with our campus ministry director, and the basketball team had been doing Bible studies, so I asked him about leading it for the softball team, so then we started every week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it make like kind of a difference? Could you tell kind of a difference just that extra time together?
Yeah, because like when we're connected on a spiritual level, it was almost like we wanted everything for each other more than our individual success.
We've done like so many team bonding activities, and as a senior I've like really embodied like trying to get everybody to get to know each other, from the freshmen to the seniors. Like everybody needs to have a connection, even if it's JV and varsity. Like we've really talked about connection, and I started like this thing called SALT at the high school, and it's helped me a lot become like a leader on the team. As a pitcher, like it's really important to be the leader. So it's been good to like have girls over at my house and play like competitive games to get that like groove going. And Darren has done a good job with it too. We've started a leadership thing on Fridays that we do where the whole softball team comes together and we talk about like how to lead during practice and just like at school and things like that, which has helped.
So are you like pulling threads from previous senior classes and like kind of sewing it into yours, I suppose?
Yes, like different things I've seen. Like Sophie Schock was always a really great inspiration to me. She was helping me out starting from my freshman year, being a freshman on varsity. Like it was pretty intimidating, and she just kind of took me under her wing, and like I just always saw her as like someone I wanted to be like. So now as a senior, I really am trying to be like the most I can like her, because she would just help me out so much growing through the season.
I was going to Miami University, and Coach 2K got the opportunity to go to Ohio State and take that role as head coach, and it was just an opportunity I couldn't pass up. It's been a dream to play Big Ten since I was really little, so I just had to follow her. There's a little bit of hesitation. I didn't know what I was going to do because I really like Miami as a school, but I really loved 2K as a coach. So I knew that's where I wanted to be, where she was.
So that kind of, what was it that separated the two? Like, what about her as a coach makes her so excited to play?
You can just tell that like all of her players love her. Like I've never heard one bad thing about her. Like there's some coaches that you're like you can tell like you're kind of iffy about, but she has just like you can tell that she loves her players and they have so much loyalty towards her, and I think that's hard to find.
So when she leaves, are you nervous? Like what's gonna happen to me?
Yeah. I was like, okay, I knew that she would reach out, but there's a little bit of uncertainty for sure.
It honestly just sparked interest. I was always an outfielder and never really liked the ground balls, so I figured, pitching might be a little bit better than a third base or shortstop position. So it was pretty hard, honestly. A lot of pitchers are taller with, long fingers, able to spin the ball, and for me, 5'3", wasn't too easy, but I feel like with practice, I got a hang of it.
So how do you compensate for that, being shorter?
I'm pretty built, I would say, and so I feel like my lower half really helps me get some speed on the ball, and then just mechanics and reps, and really just helps me get the spin to where it needs to be. Sometimes like when I start with like a spin pitch, I'll kind of like tilt my hand this way to help like start the spin pitch, or if it's just my fastball, I've really gotten the hang of it to spot it. So I feel like that was, since my first pitch, I learned it. I got it pretty easily.
I don't really like feel pressure because I just sort of like shove it down, kind of,
Yeah.
But it's like, I mean, yes, obviously there's some sort of pressure to like still like perform to like how I did last year. But then again, just like my personality, it's like take it like game by game, pitch by pitch, and all that.
Aside from the state championship, is this more or less like what it was going into your sophomore year?
Yeah, like me trying to do like good stuff for like the team and just like, yeah.
What parts of your game are you most proud of?
I'd say probably my competitiveness and my athleticism, because like a lot with pitchers you hear like, oh, field your position and all that. And like I've been working on that a lot, and just like, yeah.
What's it been like for you coming up? Because I mean, there's Chloe, there's Kate, I guess you ventured just a little bit outside the county, there's Leah. I mean, just what has it been like for you as a pitcher getting to be part of all this?
I mean, it's really cool because there's so much talent like around my area, and then just like getting to play them and getting to like know them, it's really cool.